What's up, you sexy beast? This is Eric Hutz for the win, and this generation it's coming upon the 2-minute warning. It's coming upon the end. We have 4 months or so till the next gen systems are here and the next gen games, but it's not the end yet. I just sort of wanted to look back though on this generation and just kind of have some fond memories and share some things with you guys. Share my experience of how I got into this generation and my just overall experience with it. I might make this a two-parter, having this being, my experience, and then having another video focusing on the games and just what really defined this generation. Off the top of my head, here's a preview. First-person shooters, Call of Duty, of course, motion controls, and third-person shooters, for me personally, was really big, and I know for a lot of you guys they were as well. You're watching one right now, so let's just get straight to my story. Like I said, expect that part 2 in the near future, and yeah, let's go. So I actually got into this generation a little bit late, not till 06 with the Wii. From when I graduated high school up until then, I was not keeping up with gaming at all. Like, to this day, I have zero experience on the original Xbox. Never touched it. The PS2, I have so little experience with it, I don't even think it counts. And that only experience was like my friend showing me her games on there. She was all into The Sims and Final Fantasy. So yeah, I'm not really into those type of games, so it didn't really do anything to motivate me to get into it at all. So yeah, in 06, when the Wii came out and I heard about it, that you can use motion controls, you can use it to shoot arrows in Zelda, that was like an amazing thing to me. I was like, wow, this is really revolutionary. This is going to be awesome. So, knowing that Zelda was going to launch with the system, it was a no-brainer. I went out and bought it on launch week. And yeah, for a good 6 months, I'd say, everybody was playing the Wii. It was the total party system. People would come over, we'd play Wii Sports. I'd go to other people's friends' houses. It would be there as well. And yeah, just everybody was into it. And at this time, I was starting to date Kenny, and he also had a Wii. He bought one eventually so we could play games together, and I gotta credit him for getting me back into video games on a more serious level, more as a hobby, because before this, like I said, I just was not keeping up. Occasionally, I'd go back to old games, on my N64 or something, but that was it. And so he got me back into gaming. We'd play Madden together, we'd play other games together. He eventually went on to buy the PS3 because he's a big PlayStation guy. So yeah, he was always about gaming, and that was always a hobby of his. So of course, when we grew in our relationship, obviously, that love for gaming eventually grew in me, and I was getting back into the groove of just playing games again. Even if it was just on the Wii, I was spending more time on gaming. I was playing Mario Galaxy, I was playing Mario Kart, all the big titles, like Smash Brothers and all that. And yeah, but after a year or so of the Wii, it started losing its hype, of course. People started selling their Wiis. I remember hearing friends were selling them. It was collecting dust for them, so they didn't need it anymore. Eventually mine ended up collecting dust, and I gave it to my dad so he could use it for Netflix. But still, around all this time, I was seeing people move on to the Xbox 360. I was seeing people move on to the PS3. My uncle, who has always been into gaming, he was all about the 360. I'd go over there to visit, and he would always show me trailers and demos and new games that he purchased or rented. I remember I started thinking, because this was around the time the hype for the Wii was dying, it was stopping. So I started having thoughts of like, what? I think I want a 360. And he would always tell me, my uncle would be saying, you gotta get a 360, we're all on here. And who he was talking about was my cousins and his friends and stuff. He's like, you gotta get one so we could all play. And he would show me Rainbow Six and how you can put your face on the character. He's like, look, I can put my face on there, and with the camera and everything. He was always showing me stuff and just trying to motivate me to get one. But at the time, I had just lost my job in 07 because of the economy and everything, so money was tight for me. I was working part-time jobs. I was basically living check to check. I was DJing for a while, for a good 3 to 4 years, just making extra cash, any cash I could, just to pay my bills. I had just bought a new car in 06, and it was just hard. It was hard. I was living check to check. So in the back of my mind, I wanted a 360, but I just didn't have the financial means to do so. So I told him, you know what, maybe when I get extra money, I'll get one. And that was always my answer. And then I saw Gears of War. Gears of War was 2006? I always had that in my mind, like, man, this game is awesome, it's scary, and and just fun at the same time, especially the Berserker part. That always stayed with me, but it still was not enough to motivate me to go out and just drop $300 or whatever it was. Until 2008 when Gears of War 2 came out. When Gears of War 2 came out, that changed everything. From the moment I laid eyes on that game, I had to have it, and I had to have a 360. And I told my uncle, I was like, hey, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't care if I have to save for a year. I'm going to get a 360. I promise. I have to. I have to play Gears of War 2 with you guys, and I just want to play it so bad. And he said, you know what? How about this? I'll use my Best Buy card. I will buy you a 360 right now and just pay me back in payments. So that's what we did. I ended up paying him back $20 here, $40 there. You know, I paid him off, and then it was mine. I had a 360. And of course Gears of War 2, and I played that game religiously. I loved Gears of War 2, like you guys have no idea. And from then on I ended up getting more involved in the community. I joined the forums, I started watching videos on YouTube. That's how I came across YouTubers that, you know, upload Gears of War. It motivated me to someday record and actually capture all these crazy moments in the game. And that's pretty much how my love for YouTube started. You know, I started getting more involved with people, adding people as friends, people I don't know, and it was like, that was a weird thing. I was like, man, I don't even know you, but we have fun gaming together, this is awesome. So it just continued on from there. I eventually got Modern Warfare 2, which started my love for first-person shooters, and I was into that. I bought games like Fable 2, Red Dead Redemption. I went back and had, you know, I got Halo 3. You know, I backtracked a lot. I got some old games, Call of Duty 4, things like that. And yeah, it's just, man. And then of course I got Gears of War 1, backtracked, played that game like crazy, and then Gears of War 3 came out, and of course, I mean, I've just been a gearhead ever since Gears of War 2, and the Gears of War is just really the reason why I even have a 360, and that deserves a lot of credit for just me getting back into gaming. And it's like as if I'm going back to my roots, you know, when I was a kid, because when I was a kid, gaming was huge, and it was always a part of my life. And then, like I said, for those 5 years or so, I just sort of forgot all about it. And it was always a thing of the past. I remember I'd tell people, oh yeah, I grew up on video games, or that was a part of my childhood. It was like, it came and went. But now it's back, and I'm extremely thankful that it is, because it's helped me to save money. It's helped me to be more cautious with my money. And I've slowed down a little bit. You know, I'm not going out all the time. I'm not partying and stuff like that. I'm getting older now. It's nice to have something to do at home, to just relax with, to bond with, you know, people over, like Kenny, for example. We always bond over video games, and it's just something really nice to have in our lives to connect with. So that's pretty much my story. I, of course, bought the Kinect. I just said Kinect, so it reminded me that I did buy the Kinect, but it was to exercise. I got big into working out, and I've been working out and running and stuff for the past 3 years or so, and so I'm really into that. So when when Kinect had all these workout games and stuff, I thought that was really awesome. So when it comes to all these, you know, motion controls, I think if you use it for something useful, like working out or dancing or working on your dance moves and stuff like that, that's a good thing. I really think it's cool, and it's never really going to go away. I'll get more into all this stuff in the next video when I talk about what defined this generation. Of course, I'm going to talk about motion controls, but I just wanted to put that in there, that I do own a Kinect, man, because I mean, I used it to work out. It's helped me a lot, so I thought the Kinect was really a good idea. It's just all how you use it, and some people don't see a big use for it. I do, because of the working out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, it's not really the end for me yet. There's still a couple games that are coming out. We got Grand Theft Auto 5, we got Watch Dogs, which I can still play on this gen, and there's a couple 3DS games that I want, and yeah, I eventually got into the 3DS. That is most recently. But yeah, that's pretty much been my story, you guys. Thanks for listening. I know you guys have your own stories. If you want, you can comment below. Let me know what really, you know, defined your generation, or, you know, your experience with this generation, I mean. Or you can always make a response video. If you make videos on YouTube, I would love to see a response video on this and just hear your story, your experience, and all that. But that's it, guys. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.